Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever is the time that you will be listening to this recording. If you're not joining us live, this is Janusz Mor speaking. I have the privilege to work with our business partners across the EMEA region around the security portfolio, which features two of our flagship products, which are BigFix, that we will be spending some more time to cover today, as well as AppScan, which is the other security product that we have within our portfolio. And we would like to welcome everybody who joined this session today to spend some time with us with HCL Software as well as with CYONE. You can see in the other camera Vladislav, who will be leading the session today. I will not be hijacking a lot of the time in the beginning, but I wanted to do some admin announcements so you're all aware what's the scope. So we will spend today around 45-50 minutes to cover what is Vladislav's observations or experience around the connectivity between Domino and BigFix, how both products can improve each other. And then for the admin side of the session, you can see on the right-hand side that there is a questions window. So please leverage that as we go along the content. So we can make sure that we answer all the questions that you might have. Please type in the questions, and then in the end of the session, we will take some time to answer all of them. And if we will not be able to answer them, somebody in the foreseeable future will get back to you with a reply. The session is being recorded. For those of you who will not be able to listen to till the end or will be listening from the replay, this is how it is. Everybody is on mute, so please use the chat to communicate, to interact with us. And with this, I think, Vlad, the stage is yours.
Yeah,
I will stay online, but I will switch off the camera not to distract you. Thank you, guys. Enjoy. I'm staying online. Cheers.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining this webinar. And yeah, let's start. So I want to also introduce our two speakers, assistants, Victor Tarana from HCL, and my colleague Vladimir Yakimov, who is a chief engineer on BigFix. And yeah, let's start engine. So my name is Vlad. I do Domino from last century, 1998. I wrote 3 red books for IBM, and I'm HCL ambassador. Yeah, I'm certified as a developer, administrator, and instructor. And a colleague of mine is Vladimir Yakimov, who is chief expert in BigFix. He does HCL products for 5 years now, and he is also chief architect of our flagship monitoring solution. So that we will a little bit cover today as well. Okay, so and 2 words about our company. We are established in 2006. As I said, employee experience in Domino from 1998, and we develop cool solutions for Domino monitoring, which does which tracks almost 1,000 metrics about Domino and can predict problems and even auto-fix these problems. And the second solution is two-factor authentication, which has a lot of security enterprise features, different ways to deliver tokens and codes, and it can be installed on any Domino in less than 10 minutes. So take your time, maybe scan a QR code, and we're happy to help with evaluation. So, and let's get back to the main topic. So what is the HCL BigFix? So HCL BigFix is a solution that manages endpoints and is able to help with software deployment and configuration. It also helps with patching, and patching covers both servers and desktops. It also can cover clouds and IoT stuff, and the most important, there are many patching software, that's true, But what the added value of BigFix, it also analyzes vulnerabilities that are in our network, because we want to run our business for many years. And in last years, this whole cyber security stuff became really important, because if our software is old, hackers can just get inside, and this is what we don't want. According to Gartner, you can later check the Gartner report. The HCL BigFix is on the leading position, and I think this also makes impression on a product, that if Gartner and all leading guys who analyze solutions say it's one of the best, then that's why we are here to tell a little bit more about this solution. So yeah, HCL was founded in 1997, and later it was acquired by IBM. And HCL as a company started to use BigFix in their projects from 2003. And recently, together with Domino, HCL BigFix was acquired by HCL Software. And now the acquisition is over, and vendor already released few releases on the logo of HCL, and the solution is evolving quite quickly. So what challenges do we have? So there is a lot of reports and different opinions. So there is a lot of, unfortunately, vulnerabilities in software. There are zero-day exploits and all other stuff, and due to software being unpatched or outdated, we do have crashes. Crashes maybe is not really that hurts our company so much, but if this outdated software will allow hackers to get in, then we might be in real problem. So while we prepared this webinar, we checked a site called CVE Details, and there is a statistics about different CVEs, so vulnerability reports that are published. And as you see, in last 30 days, we see that almost 2,000 new vulnerability reports are published. If we look at the right bottom corner, we see that the average score is 7.6, which means that all of them are really kind of critical. So they, with this vulnerabilities, hackers potentially may break in, they may destroy data, they may bring server down. So these are not like something we can ignore, but this is yeah. So we see a huge number of reports, and the question is, how can we know that whether our software is impacted or no? So because we have hundreds of servers, on each of the server we have many packages. We have not only like Domino or some other software running. So this software rely on a lot of different modules, and vulnerability in each of this module can cause problems. We know that the Domino and Notes is the most secure products in the world. So all other vendors are really behind us, but still we need to care about security, because the Domino may rely on different modules, as I said, whether it's OpenSSL or some other packages that might be used by or some frameworks can be used by, for example, Notes or Verse. We need to take care that all of these softwares that are used, that they are not vulnerable to any exploit. So if we search for HCL software for CVE, then we will find that, oh yes, for example, there are fixes in Verse, there are fixes in Domino, in Nomad, and so on. So yes, even we run the most secure and the most stable software ever created, we still need to take care about the security. For example, if we take a look at the latest, for example, verse release. In verse release, we see that I think it will be a next slide, that verse 3.0 and below, it's vulnerable to cross-site scripting. It means that external scripts can be executed, and we need to just know so we can maybe more quickly update our servers. And what's the added value of BigFix? First, it can detect that we are vulnerable. Second, it can help to patch our servers. Okay. And we know that in past we had a lot of different vulnerabilities like Poodle, like a lot of really horrible words like Heartbleed, Poodle, and so on. They all been, for example, impacted to SSL. Yeah, so some other company made a mistake in SSL realization. And since we use SSL in our product, we need to also address this. Or if you recall, I think it was last Christmas, really before Christmas, there was a log4j vulnerability that allowed to pass an URL to request that will really delete data from the server. So, and if this news comes out, we really want to spend evening with our family or with our friends, but we need to check a lot of servers whether they're vulnerable. And what the BigFix can do, it can say, okay, we know this is an issue. We scanned all your servers, only 2 are vulnerable. And all of a sudden, these 2 are, for example, test servers. So they are not internet-facing servers, so we are fine. And we can press actually almost one button and to fix this issue, because BigFix comes with a lot of fixlets. It's like a script that address issue. So we can search for vulnerable software. I will tell in more detail so you see how it looks like. So this is a list. This is a BigFix administration panel. We go inside and we see different views, whether how many vulnerabilities and whether they're important, they're critical, low impact. We can split them by operating system and so on. And we will have a complete view on our enterprise. We see all our servers. We see, for example, how many critical issues we have. And so the question is that normal administrator, good administrator, should ask himself, can someone hack my servers? Is my enterprise is really secure? First approach, which is not really good, we can just hide from this. We say, oh, I do only Domino administration or some other Oracle or whatever administration. I don't care about security. But this approach may lead that sooner or later we will have problems. The second approach is we can deploy an HCL BigFix, which is really like a one server only. And this one server can manage thousands of endpoints. And we can really scan all our servers, scan software, and quickly we will get a reliable data and we can decide, oh yes, we are really secure. Or, for example, like an example below, we can say we have 300 servers, 2 of them are vulnerable, and we can do something. We can patch them. We can maybe read what is this vulnerability. For example, we will cover it a little bit later. So there are really interesting stuff that no other vendor have. Here, for example, this is a reporting model where we can see, for example, on the right upper corner, we see, we have some servers, few patches are critical, so we really need to install them now. And we see important, moderate, and low, and so on and so on. So we can drill down. For example, we can click on critical, and we will see which servers are impacted, so which patches. There is also a list of these all vulnerabilities. One more thing that is good about BigFix, it also does the license audit on workstations, on servers, and all big vendors like an audit companies and software vendors, they really trust BigFix report. And these reports can actually save you money, because in majority of organizations, we buy more software than it's really needed, especially if it's expensive to software. In example below, we see that, for example, there were 5 Adobe Photoshop licenses were purchased, or whatever, CorelDRAW or some AutoCAD. And for example, only 2 employees were working hard in this software from morning till evening, but 3 others just ran it for 5 or 10 minutes or 1 hour during the year. And then when we need to renew the software, we can decide, okay, from 5, we really use it only 2, so let's buy 2. And if these 3 guys need, or girls, so they need do something in Photoshop, they will ask these 2 heavy users to do something. So this will allow to really save on the software, because all software vendors increasing price, and if we can save quantity, I think then it's good. As I mentioned before, we can really quickly patch software. So in example below, I drilled down in, for example, I want to see which are these critical patches I need to install. I can select a patch. On the right side, I see a link to report, so I can see whether it's what is the issue behind this CVE report. And all I need to do is just select a patch, click deploy, and then apply a server. So all these patches, they are tested on HCL BigFix site. There is a team of, as far as I know, close to 200 people, which is testing this fixlet. So these patches are installed, and the success rate is really, really high. So it's close to 100%. And yeah, so approach is, you know me, for those who know me, I am a big fan of automatization, especially in monitoring. So we really try to predict stuff. So if we have issue once, we never had it twice. And I think it's a good that we can automate solutions. So like smart people, they decide what need to be installed, which version of software need to be deployed, because we all know if all our employees will use completely different versions, then the help desk will not be really happy, because they might have compatibility issues. There is a lot of stuff that is if people use different version. If they are on one stable version, then it's much better. Yeah, so we work with on the latest software, which is maybe not the very latest software, but latest stable software. And then the business efficient, we just work and enjoy our work. We do what we need to do. And it's possible also to have brand new computers with only a BigFix agent installed, and all software that needed for work is you can order it, or it's pre-installed by a company. For example, we will see it later that BigFix offers also a corporate app store where admins and business defined what are the possible software, what is purchased, and what is available to, let's say, average user. So for example, text editor or mail client. So maybe your company has an option to use different ones. So you install exactly what you want, or if there is a policy, then it installs exactly the software that is defined by this policy. So, and since this webinar is for Domino administrators, let's talk about what challenges do we have. So the regular administrator should monitor servers and solve issues that we have on the servers. We need to update them, and we need to deliver new functionality because, for example, in 2 weeks, we will have Domino 14. We will have to take a look at the features. We need to test it, plan upgrade, and so on and so on. As well, Domino administrators sometimes involved in deployment of Notes clients, or at least they assist to do this, and they assist help desk to solve issues that help desk is enabled. So a lot of stuff is on the admin shoulders. And one of the things is tuning of Notes client. What do I need? What do I mean by tuning? So when we install Notes client and it's installed, we run it for the first time, we have an option to run a Notes wizard, which asks what is your name, to which server you would like to connect. Or there is another, a better way to do it is to make it scriptable. So we can put all these answers in a text file, but for that we need to customize installation. And installation customization is it's a challenge. It's a time-consuming task, and each 4 months when the versions comes out, it's a challenge to spend like a few, maybe I think it's days of your work time to test installation and customize it. And of course, we need to assist in Domino upgrade projects, for example, from Domino 10 to Domino 12 or 14. And we might, as administrators, we have also experience how to fix particular problems. For example, some databases may become for example, some folders just grow and grow and grow, and we need to clean them. Or, for example, if we have a multi-user installation, we see that all users are working fine, but particular user is unable to run Notes client. First thing that I would try is to delete, for example, a data workspace folder with all Eclipse settings, and just try to rerun Notes client again, so all Eclipse stuff is recreated, and there is a high chance that the Notes client will run. All of this we can do manually, which is not good, which is I don't like. Second, which I like, we can write a script which can do this automatically, and users or help desk can call this from this app store. So this app store of BigFix can offer not only software, but also solutions to particular problems. Okay. And yeah, so a few words, I would not be me if I would not mention the awesome, I think it's probably the best monitoring for Domino with almost 1,000 metrics that comes out of the box. Performance, security, mail, and so on and so on. And the good thing that this monitoring has also free version. So if you are Domino admin, you definitely need to try it. So yeah, this will really save a lot of time for you. So, and today we talk about how we can be efficient, and we really need to save time on administration of servers and of administration of Notes clients. So today we will cover 3 topics. How can we do deployment of Notes client? How can we update Notes client? And how can we do installation of fix packs? We can do this also on clients and servers as well. As you know that in new version of Domino, the servers will be able to update themselves, but only when you are already on 14. So if you are on previous version, you can also use BigFix to upgrade servers remotely. For example, you have 1,000 of servers or yeah, some bigger installation. So let's take a look at first at the BigFix architecture. First of all, this BigFix is on-prem. So you don't need anything. You don't depend on cloud. If you lost external internet, if there is some issue, wherever, force majeure, it will run on-prem. On a picture, you will see there is a arrow from internet. The BigFix is reading new, let's say, patch updates from BigFix. But if you have an isolated networks, like some classified customers do, we can just copy this definition of fixlets, I don't know, on diskette, on USB drive, wherever. But to operate, BigFix does not need a connection to cloud. It can be fully isolated. Okay, there is a console, there is a client. Client is a really small agent that consume less than 2% of CPU. So I think users will not notice it. And there is a relay if we have a large infrastructure. So all clients does not reach to one server. We can have a regional kind of server. Okay. And as I mentioned, today we will cover a topic how we can deploy Notes client. Below you see links to HCL software that we can do a scriptable setup. Scriptable setup means that we will add one more file. We will modify Notes INI parameter, and this allow us to avoid repacking of installation with first commercial tools. Even if there are free tools, they are, I would not say they are complicated, but I would like to avoid just use of them, because you need to again have a knowledge about a completely new product, and you use it only maybe one day per 4 or 5 months. So the admin is our mind is just limited. You know, we better spend our time on doing something added value. We can do upgrade, we can deploy same time wherever. But if we need to learn a lot of different software, then it's challenging. Okay, let's take a look how we can deploy a Notes client. In this example, we will deploy in Notes 11 intentionally because later we will upgrade it. So when we have a BigFix console, we choose manage software, new package. We define what is the vendor, what is the product, and all the stuff, and we click confirm. Then we define, we upload installation, and in addition, we will provide also setup txt, which will contain, this is a response file for scriptable setup. What I like about BigFix is that it has so many nice options. For example, we can define not only operating system, but we can define the software distribution or patching can be done only on the second Tuesday of the month. So a lot of different options to try with pre-configuration scripts, post-configuration scripts. You can do completely everything you want. Okay, when we uploaded installation, we define a distribution task, we click next, and here we will provide all parameters. For example, we want to install a Notes client in a custom directory, for example, HCL, not under program files, and we supply all parameters. We define also that the installation log will have a particular name. It can be located on a shared network drive, so it's easier for help desk to see in case of some issues why the installation was unsuccessful, and so on and so on and so on. We define under which user we can run, whether it's system particular or I don't think the end user will have rights to install a software. But here, what is important, as I mentioned, we have a lot of commands, And after we install a completely standard Notes installation, what we need to do, we just run a very simple command, echo config file equal, and then we defined that in Notes ini, we will add a new line which will be config equal as software distribution setup txt. We can copy this file to, or we can point it to network, wherever. But as you see, we don't need to customize a standard installation of Domino. Then we just create a task and we run it. Yeah, so we say, okay, we have a task. Then we will need to assign to a test machine. For example, this is a desktop computer. I will say, okay, I want that Notes 11 is installed on this computer. And we see it's running, and then at some point we see that the status changes to completed, and it's 100% done. We can read logs, and the Notes will be installed on computer. So if we open a Notes ini parameter, we will see that config file parameter is added, and when the end user will run Notes installation, automatically his name will be added, all server names will be provisioned, so user can install a Notes client himself. So if needed, he can wipe Notes and then to reinstall fresh installation. Okay, so yeah, good thing that no help desk, no other guys need to run across workstations, install it manually. Yeah, we can fully automate this stuff. And if you are using Domino 12, there is a cool feature which allows you to log in into Notes with Active Directory password. Actually, it's not Active Directory password. Active Directory can sync password to Notes, and the password will be the same. So what we can do, we can customize a splash screen of a Notes client, and when user is like launching a client for the first time, he will have some instructions. Here we put help desk phone number, or we can put an instruction. Notes has the same password as operating system. So user who just logged in, he will know, okay, I will be asked for a password. I know how I log in, so he will be able to log in into Notes again. Later, we immediately can enable shared login wherever. And yeah, there is an option also that config file that we just spoke. It will contain also username. So yeah, we can use operating system variables. So we can use, for example, username from operating system. So if I log in into operating system as Vlad, I assume my Notes username will be identical. So they will match. And as a result, I will be, yeah, Notes client will just guess what will be the name of the user in Domino. And if you really want to go beyond this, you can customize your screen with the different logos, with your company logo. Or for example, there is a New Year coming or Christmas, you can customize splash screen of a Notes client and put some valuable information there. Okay, so now let's talk about how we can upgrade a Notes client. So there are two approaches. One, which is old school, which is easy, but maybe not the best option. We can just run installation on top of existing installation. The good one is we need to backup all NSF files. We need to backup all valuable information from Notes client. We can remove completely Notes client. Then we install a brand new installation, and we copy files back. We maybe customize Notes ini passes if Notes client is installed in different paths. And yeah, we do it. It would be good. There is a lot of stuff we need to consider, because some people may have a local archives, which I believe need to be prohibited. But before we do such things, we need to use best-in-class product, Panagenda Marvel client, that will analyze your Domino infrastructure. So we need to be sure that no user has local archives on a local disk. So Marvel client is a great product. I think, yeah, it's just like a must-have. Yeah. So if we don't do analysis, we just remove everything, we might have some bad issues, like somebody might have some local development or databases that were wiped. So because of that, we need to plan in advance. Okay. And how we do upgrade in this case? Yeah, we backup everything. We wipe installation with nice Notes installation cleanup executable. So like Notes never was installed here. And we yeah, install installation. How we can do it? Again, we do a new package. Now we do it with 12.01 or 12.02 installation. It's not important. But in addition, we also add a nice executable into distribution tasks. So it's copied to endpoints. And here we deploy it. We again define what is the installation log and so on and so on. But on the right side, we can see that we can, for example, copy all Notes installation to backup directory, and we can wipe Notes with particular parameters. In BigFix, there are plenty of options how we can notify user. So, for example, killing Notes is not the best option. We can ask user, can you please close Notes client? We will start upgrade now. We can do it before login. We can do it when user goes to lunch. So there are plenty of options. Of course, we need to have some Notes knowledge about that, how to do it right way. And as I mentioned, plenty of options. We can select deadlines. We can set that, for example, if user left computer working, then only on Sunday and Saturday it's working, or we can retry if there is a failure. We can check that there is enough space on computer before we copy even installation, for example. And yeah, there is a lot of things we can define, and there is a built-in scripting language inside BigFix where you can define your own criteria. So it's yeah, it's just awesome what we can do. And here we just say that a new release of Notes is available, and we can ask user to restart and so on. We can define what is the success criteria, how the script will know that the installation was successful or unsuccessful. So we can define this as well. Yeah, you see on the left side, we can ask user to save work and so on and so on and so on. The good thing that I really like in BigFix that it provides to end users an app store. So in Tray in Windows, we can see which software packages are available to us and which one are like option. So I can opt in. For example, and after 2 weeks, Notes 14 will arrive. Of course, we will not deploy it on the very first day to all users. We need to test it. But I can put into this app store and say, if you want, you can install. So it's optional. And I can do it, for example, only for our IT department. So IT guys can test it. They can provide me some good feedback, and I see everything. And this is a really good, self-service application. So later, when I decide to install it, I can snooze, I can pause, for example, that is automatically will do installation. It's really like a tested solution, and I really experience that we have is really great. We use it internally in our company, and and the second is, as I said, we can propose people patches. They can first, for example, try. When we understood that this offer is stable, so it does not break anything, then we can just put it in policy, and for example, the patches are installed automatically, so we don't need to, as users, opt in. The last thing that I will show you how we can apply a patch, but using a web UI console. So there are two consoles that users, administrators are using. One is a Windows application, and the second is web UI. So more or less, the web UI is evolving really fast. So far, there is the parity of features is growing. So more or less the same information that we have in installation, if in Windows application, we have in web UI console. For example, I am a Mac user and I use web console to do patching as well. So, okay, we add software, we click add software, we choose a file, we select a patch file, for example, 1202 fixpack2, and we say, okay, this is a fixpack2 client. We are interested in Windows machines. Here are some parameters for that. And we click just deploy software, and we select on which test computers we test this installation, and it just happening. So we select action, we select targets, we define on which computer we would like this to test, and it's just deployed. We can select this small check mark, send this as an offer. That means that this is an optional patch. For example, it's completely new. We don't know if it's stable. Then we can send it as an offer, or it's just an optional software. But users can go, and if they have rights, they can just deploy themselves. And that's it. So we publish this. Fixpack. There will be a small balloon in the tray of the users that new software is available, and they can just click on it. They can say okay, install. For example, they might be instructed to do so by help desk. For example, somebody say, oh, I don't have some functionality, or something is not working, or I'm missing, and help desk say, okay, this feature is a new version, you need to upgrade. Users can do themselves, so it really saves time. The good thing about BigFix is that we also have a cool stuff like remote control. We can click on computer, and we can see exactly the screen that the user sees. For example, users send us information, we are not clear what do they mean, or it's too complicated, maybe, or they just said, oh, it's not working, and that's it. We don't know what is not working, whether operating system, whether it's a Notes client or Outlook, wherever. Maybe it's just faster to connect the user, and we can just click. And what we can do, we even enable recording on this. We can do, there are some tools for support that are really good. So we can connect to, so we don't need an external software from that. So for support, I think it's a really cool solution. And one more thing I wanted to tell you about the BigFix, that while the BigFix is searching what is installed, it also gets update which CVE report impact our infrastructure. And there is a module called Cyber Focus that shows, for example, there is a vulnerability, and this vulnerability is used by this hacker group. We know, for example, that this hacker group is targeting government institutions or energy companies or telcos, and we understand, okay, we might be next on the list. But the good thing is that BigFix also shows exactly scenario how the hacker will act. For example, they may say, hacker will send first you a phishing email, and if user opens it, something will happen. It will obtain some, I don't know, session cookie, whatever, and they will do then this and that. Okay, we know that there will be first a phishing email. We might also do something in advance. For example, we might go to our anti-spam server and tighten it. We say, okay, if previous score to pass a message was, I don't know, 3, now we can raise it to 3.5 or 4, whatever. So we can at least do something if we know how the hacker will behave, right? And one more thing in BigFix that I also like, there is a term that we all know called SLA, Service Level Agreement. How quickly we need to, I don't know, open, answer a ticket or to bring server up. But there is also another term called Protection Level Agreement, so PLA. And under this PLA, we define, we can see how all our servers are, let's say, correspond to particular requirements of regulator. For example, for banks, there is a PCI DSS requirement that defines particular number of things that need to be compliant. And here we can see that, okay, our servers are in good shape. As soon as they are not in good shape, we will see that, okay, we have 5 servers that are impacted by new vulnerability. More or less we can quickly patch them and we will be fine. Or if nothing was done for years, for example, you are a new admin, you came to your organization, deployed BigFix, you will see how much time it will take you to patch it. And we have also overview of mobile devices, of desktops and servers. Yeah, we see total numbers. As well, if your company is cloud friendly, you can also scan your servers in cloud. Yeah, there is also a possibility for that. And BigFix can help also to provision accounts and bring your own ID devices. Yeah, for example, Traveler. Yeah, because if users go to Traveler, they need to log in, they need to click a few buttons, and they need to download profiles and so on, so on, so on. If they do something wrong, this will be a help desk call, and help desk will be unable to reach your private device. You really need to bring in there. So if we can provision it 100% correctly, then I think it's better for us. And the good thing that I again like about HCL BigFix, they have a free training, which is really rare. We, with my colleagues, I think 6 people from our company passed training on BigFix and HCL in previous years. And yeah, it's really free of charge. It's instructor-led training. So you do in class, different tasks, you learn, they answer. So it's not like recording and you on your own. So you can ask questions. Instructors are very, yeah, they help you a lot. They answer questions. So it's really interesting. It's rare in today's crazy world that something is for free. And we made a small example. If we patch For example, we have a company with 1,000 employees and a net salary of 1,000 euro or dollars, whatever, more or less the same. So if we have notes upgrade each 4 months, only if we do it manually, so we have some guys who are running across workstations. So during the year, only on notes upgrade, we will spend 75,000 euro, which is really expensive and unproductive. Yeah, because people are waiting. For example, dealer in a bank who can make a new deal, he will just wait that his computer is occupied. Yeah. Of course, it's much easier, and of course, all our computers, it does not have only notes. It has additional software, and the more software we have, then this number will just grow, right? I think it's logical. And I think the conclusion is that what I see from my experience, as I mentioned, I work with Domino for 26 years now, 25 actually. So the Domino Domino administrators, we perform a lot of different stuff. The world and software became more complicated. It requires more knowledge about security, and we need to take care about security. So one thing is monitoring. As I mentioned before, it helps to predict a lot of problems and or even fix them. But BigFix can keep an eye on all servers. It has really rich support of different operating system. For example, AIX, Linux, Windows, different power machines. So yeah, because some vendors say, oh, we support only Windows. We live in a world where only Windows, while 97% of internet is Linux. So there are some strange guys who have such approach. Okay, so with BigFix, we can apply operating system patches, and Domino, or even if unfortunately you don't have yet Domino, you will be able to patch all your servers. You don't need to jump on SSH session to different remote and download patches. So you just click a button and it will go. It will do the job. And I think this was one of the last slides. I hope it was valuable for you. We showed you how to install Notes installation and provision it. So user can click and get it running under a few seconds. All he need to do is just enter a password. Then how to upgrade it and do it right way. And how to deploy patches. So again, the same approach can be applied to servers. So if you have a lot of servers, you don't want to patch them manually, you can just do it also with BigFix. And yeah, we came to last slide, which is Q&A session. So let me see. My colleagues maybe will help whether we have questions or not.
Yeah, hey Vlad, yeah, we have a couple. So if I may read, so the first question is, can BigFix find Domino servers infra security gaps and propose recommendation like HCL DLAU tool is doing? Good question, I have no clue.
Okay, I just muted myself when we switched phones. Yes, it can do it. You can, we're actually doing in our infrastructure the same. So we run our company on Domino and we have a deployment. So yeah, let's get in touch. Again, what security gaps is like a broad topic. So yeah, we can check anyway versions of software. We can check them against CVE reports and just provide information, which patch to apply. Yeah.
Okay, good. And then there's another question. Okay, that's something that I think I mentioned in the beginning. Is there a copy of this presentation? So we will share to people who registered to this webinar. We will share the recording as well as the presentation that Vlad took us through. And guys, call to action, if you have questions, please put them in the chat. So we will do some small talk with Vlad for a minute or two, but if you have yet a question that you would like to ask us, please put it in the chat, in the question box right now. Vlad, you wanted to have a comment?
Yeah, and vendor is really friendly about making a POC. So as I said, we can run a BigFix server on one machine. It does not require a heavy infrastructure like WebSphere server, a lot of servers in between. So one box, we can scan it, and you will see that because I was sure that we have like I don't know, 20 servers in production. But when we scan it, our infrastructure, we found much more that we actually use. And we are adding more and more servers to BigFix. And insights that BigFix gives are really valuable. So yeah, it's a great product. I really like it. So I recommend you pilot it. And you will see how it works for your infrastructure.
Okay, good. Thanks for the endorsement, Vlad. And guys, if we will decide to run a pilot or a proof of concept in your geography, we can have not only CYONE helping you, but we can also allocate a pre-sales person or a technical expert to go along with CYONE and help it to run a pilot. We're not ashamed of the technology, it works, so we're very happy to show and demonstrate and make sure that you feel comfortable getting into this journey with us. So don't be afraid to ask. Okay. So there in the question, there's thanking for this session, but you're welcome. We're happy that I can see we have a decent number of people who joined. Thank you for spending this morning or afternoon with us today. And I think, Vlad, in the deck there will be our emails. So if you will feel like contacting Vladislav or us, then you will be able to do so as well.
Okay, it's on the first slide, so you will see. And yeah, as I said, if we can help you somehow, because there are some, the good thing about that we know very well Domino, and we know BigFix as well. And sometimes you need to have knowledge of both product, to do some particular project. Okay.
Yeah, and I would like to thank you also, Vlad, for promoting Software U. It's a good library. It's a good way that we're, as HCL Software, we're making this happen for our customers to get more familiar with the technology. And then you can get certified as a technical engineer, or for different modules, you can skill up to know more, to be more handy with the technology, and also get a fancy badge to put on your profile or on your CV, so that it can be done as well with a certified third-party provider of trainings. So then it's a good thing for you to skill up as well and to know the technology better.
And honestly, when we showed BigFix to some of our customers, they really valued this cyber focus part, because no other vendors have this kind of analysis. Yeah, there are solutions who does patching, no doubt about that. But if we know which are critical, and even if I'm shown exactly scenario how the hackers are acting, it really helps to your security officers. So this will make your infrastructure really secure. So this is a plan.
Okay, good.
Okay,
good. Okay,
so
thank you. Perfect with time. Guys, you will have the emails if you have more questions, or you want to set up a one-to-one session to look more in detail in a specific module or functionality. We're here to do it for you. Thank you, Vlad, for the session.
Okay.
Great pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Good day. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye. Cheers.
Bye.